Hey all. Today's live is going to be like no other one of my lives. It's going to be a little structured. We have a guest today. We're going to talk a little bit about my girlfriend Tracey, who I grew up with, and we were best friends and we had a really good time. Tracey is an endurance cyclist, an ultra endurance cyclist, and she has been preparing for about a month to do this race, which is called the Arrowhead 135. See that? Arrowhead Ultra 135. She drove 18 hours to her destination to start the race in International Falls, Minnesota. And she will be riding to, um, uh, this is where I'm like terrible at doing stuff like this, that she is going to finish up at the Fortune Bay Casino in Minnesota. So this race has 200 people involved with 80 walkers and 20 skiers and 100 cyclists, which Tracey will be riding 135 miles in this race. We will link in the description after a link to track leaders so you can follow Tracey on her race, which she will be racing Monday, the 27th. So today is Saturday, Sunday, and then she's racing in the frigid cold weathers. So, little background for Tracey. This is her eighth Arrowhead race. Um, she's placed in all of them second place. Most 3 times she's been first place. Actually, in 2017, she took a little nap at the checkpoint and passed out, and her camelback froze on her back. So she didn't have any water for a little while. She had to figure out how to heat that up, which I'm sure we'll find out because Tracey is going to give us a call in a few minutes and we're going to ask her some questions about her race coming up. So, Tracey, feel free to give me a call. Yeah, Teresa. All good. Hmm. Okay, we have Tracey. So I'm introducing Tracey Petervary to the live. Say hi, Tracey.
Hi, this is Tracey. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, Tracey. So you're an ultra endurance cyclist. You want to tell us a little tiny bit what that means?
An ultra endurance cyclist is someone that cycles 100 miles, anywhere from 100 to 3,000 to 4,000 miles at a shot. There's times when we could ride, like for instance, this Arrow race head that I'm going to do, 135 miles. I can finish that in anywhere between 18 and 32 hours. So anything really over, I think it's anything over 100 miles is really considered ultra endurance cycling. But I do a lot of multi-day cycling, anywhere from, like I said, 100 to thousands of miles. I prefer somewhere around 500 miles. And I prefer to be out, maybe 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, like I see in 2012, you rode for 23 hours. That's a lot of time in the snow. And in 2014, 27 hours.
It
And
all depends on conditions. So sometimes the track is fast. If there's snow or if it's really cold, it slows it down. So those are the reasons for those, the time differences. Also the temperatures. If it's really, really cold or really warm, those could both change the time of your race.
nice. So, how long have you been an endurance rider?
I've been an ultra endurance cyclist
Whoops.
for over 30 years, probably going on about 32 years. I started mountain biking short course back in New Jersey and then moved out west and started to do adventure racing, multi-day, multi-sports, and then got into ultra endurance cycling, and I've ridden across several countries, and
why don't you tell us what countries you've been to?
We have been to, is Alaska a country?
No, well, that's like, I would be thinking. You taught me it wasn't a country about 10 years ago when you rode the race.
I've been to Italy, I've been to Morocco, I've been to Kyrgyzstan, South Africa, Fiji, New Zealand, and those are all I can remember off the top of my head right now.
In the good old USA, and you rode 2,800 miles on the Tour Divide, which starts in Canada and ends in New Mexico, am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah, 2,800 miles. That is insane. Well, this should be like a piece of cake compared to that. 135 miles. That would kill anybody that's watching here, but you can crush that. That's for damn sure. So, what do you think? Well, what was the scariest thing that happened to you while you were racing, and what race was it?
The scariest race that I've ever been in was the Iditarod Trail Invitational, and that was 1,000 miles from Kinnick Lake up to Nome on the Iditarod Trail, the ones that the dog mushers use. And we were out on the Yukon, and it hit like negative 35 or negative 55, and we had to sleep out and camp out and dug holes that we could sleep in. And then it was just really cold. And I have a picture of the only thing you could really see is my eyes, and everything is frosted over. And it was really scary being out there. It took a long time to get to the next checkpoint, and got a little bit of frost nip out there. And that was probably about 15 hours of fear.
Wow, that's crazy. Do you want to tell me like what it is that you love so much about being a cyclist?
The thing that I've always loved about cycling was, the fitness and being able to eat whatever you want. But again, another thing that I love is it's a great way to travel. It's a great way to see the world. It's a great way to to experience culture and meet different people and people from other countries, and they want to help and they want to stay in touch, and it's just a great way to explore the world to me, and you see things that you wouldn't otherwise see from a car.
Wow. Teresa, are you able to see the picture? Are you able to see the picture in the screen, Tracy?
I'm not looking at it.
Oh, Teresa, are you able to see that? Let me see here. Let me see.
All I see is Gretchen. Oh no, I see you. I see you.
Yeah, no, forget about me. Do you see my Facebook page on here at all? No, not yet.
I don't.
I wonder why that's happening like that. Let's see. Let me see. I can't do just real quick here. Let's see what's the problem. Oh, Lordy. Oh, well. After this video, I will link up all of Tracey's Instagram, Facebook, and we can track Tracey at trackleaders.com, which I will also put an active link for that so you can follow Tracey on her race. Hi, Lit. Hey, how are you? We're talking about my girlfriend Tracey, who's about to ride 135 miles in the snow in Minnesota from International Falls all the way to the Fortune Bay Casino in Minnesota. And she is conditioned and she's out. She's ready to ride. She had her bike gear check today. I guess you passed that, right? You have to go to the store for some stuff. What'd you have to get?
We're required to carry 3,000 calories at all times, so most of us just go get a jar of peanut butter and a candy bar, and we just hold on to that, pack it on our bike somewhere. That's emergency food. And then I had to get some extra batteries, and we're required to carry a lighter, a way to make fire.
That's smart. And this race is called the Arrowhead One Ultra 135. I have a cowbell because I'm a Arrowhead supporter over here. And Tracey's going to do really good because she likes to place first. Otherwise, I wouldn't be friends with Tracey because she knows I don't like losers. Nobody likes a loser from New Jersey. So, um, does, so do you have anything to add about the race? Did I forget anything?
No, it's actually a really this particular race. It's a lot of us come back and do this, and I think that we all come back because we really like to just see each other and go out and ride and have that camaraderie, and that makes a great part of the race.
Teresa has a question for you. What's your question, Teresa? Oh, I'm supposed to read the question. Has she encountered any animals? Oh yeah, few men on the trail. No, she is required to also carry bear spray, I think, right?
No, not for the Arrowhead. The only thing I've really ever seen on the Arrowhead were wolf tracks and like dead rabbit carcasses.
Yeah, blood on the tracks. Remember that one.
Blood on the tracks.
But that's like riding all night long. And then all of a sudden, the sun is rising. You're finally being able to see. And here she is, 100 or 200 miles down the road and finally not in a snow road. And finally she can see not even a road. There's like trails too half the time, right, Trace?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you see blood and you're like, oh my God. And you're in this very strange, atmosphere. And you're just thinking, oh, you don't know because it was dark all night and then it's day. So you're wondering what's lurking out there, especially in the dawn. So I always love those stories from her when she's done with the race. So I guess, do we have any other questions for Tracey? I'm going to upload this later as a video and we're going to put her links here so you can follow her on Instagram. Why don't you just say what your Instagram is for us?
My Instagram is T_race Peterberry.
Mm-hmm. And I will link that in the description when I make this a video. And probably take me 6 hours, but we'll do it. And
keep you out of trouble.
And Tracey has some footage of today at the gear check that I'll put in, and some still shots of her, which I had set up, but I can't figure out what I did. So anyway, let's wish Tracey a super T race, and she will crush it like she always does. Yes, she will. So, all right, then. I guess that concludes our interview for today. Maybe we'll catch up with you and see how you fared on this race and how you placed, considering, remember, she's done this race 8 times and placed first out of men and women 3 times. Overall, first place 3 times. That's out of 200 people and 135 miles. So that is what we have going on here. And like I said, I'll put the link in the description for the track leader so you can follow Tracey on the 27th on Monday. And she is riding from International Falls to the casino. Well, yeah. So anyway, yeah. Well, have a super race, Trace. She is going to have a YouTube channel soon. Just trying to think of a name. Maybe T Race in Your Face. That'd be pretty good for her. She lives in Idaho and she has constant content. All she has to do is go outside and it's, banging content. Not to mention Tracey's super active. She never lays down. I can't believe we're even friends. Like when I was competing against her when I was a kid, I had to go to a special school. I was like a DEI competitor. Yeah, diversity competitor. She was on the male football team in the high school. So Tracey knows a little bit about endurance. She knows what she's doing. So I hope you crush it, Trace. Have a great race, and we're going to end this now.
All right, and thanks everybody for following along, and I hope you enjoy the show.
I hope so too. And don't forget to click on the link for the track leaders when I put that up in a little while, and follow Tracey. Watch her progress. It's fun to watch. It's like horse racing, but people. So it's even better. So, all right. Have a nice night. We're going to end
All
this
right,
stream
thank
here.
you.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.